So, have you heard? If you're a single Black female and want to be married, forget about it. Hi, I'm Savannah Taylor, and welcome to the Alabaster Box, where I show you how to reach your relationship goals with your truth, your worth, and your best. Well, if you've been on social media long enough, you've probably heard the viral podcast with this faceless narrator going on and on with all this baseless data about how Black women are hopelessly doomed to ever be married, and it's their own fault. Well, this isn't the first time that the very things that we've been raised to be, which is strong, courageous, and successful, that it's been flipped around and weaponized against us. It's like whenever there's an article about a man shortage, it always includes that special little sting to women in the Black community, saying that, we're at an even bigger disadvantage of ever getting married, ever staying married. And if you are married, he's a loser. Well, here at the Alabaster Box, we only deal with the truth. And if this has been your truth, I'm going to give you 5 reasons to reconsider what you may have heard. So let's get into it. Issue number 1, Black women have less of a chance of ever being married. Well, this is actually based on a 2009 study by Yale University, which said that 42% of Black women have yet to be married, compared to only 23% of white women who are faced with the same issue. Well, that's depressing. Well, thank goodness for 2 researchers, Ivory A. Toldson of Howard University and Bryant of Morehouse College, who questioned this data and found that it wasn't necessarily wrong, it just wasn't presented accurately. When they actually analyzed the data, what they found is that the study included all Black women, including 18-year-olds. So it included an age group that we wouldn't necessarily consider to be married yet. So when they adjusted the age, what they found is that Black women, 75% of Black women, are actually married by the time they turn 35. So again, the data wasn't wrong, it just wasn't presented accurately. Issue number 2, an educated Black woman is a single Black woman. If I had a dime for every time I heard that, we'd be filming this from the Cayman Islands. Well, not quite sure why Yale University left this part off, but what the data actually shows is that 70% of Black females with a college education actually get married by the time they're 40, compared to only 60% of Black women with only a high school diploma. And Black men, 76% of Black men with a college degree actually get married by the time they're 40 as well, compared to only 63% of Black men with a high school diploma only. So it sounds like higher education amongst Blacks actually improves their chances of marriage. Aha! Issue number 3, wealthy Black men don't marry Black women. Now, I know a lot of times what we see in Hollywood can make us feel like that's the case everywhere. But what the study shows is that 83% of married Black men who make at least $100,000 a year are married to Black women. And I know what you're thinking, because that's issue number 4. That ain't the case with most Black men. Well, again, what the research shows is that Black men are more likely than Black women to bring home at least $75,000 a year. And Black men still remain the primary breadwinners in the Black community. So now I know there's one other little issue that some of you are thinking, and I got you. There ain't enough Black men in the church. Well, I am happy to announce that based on the Pew Research Center, which is a leading research agency on social issues, they report that at least 8 in 10 African Americans still identify as Christian, and Black millennials are more likely than other millennials to have a prayer life and attend church services. So there you go. Now, with all that said, I just want to share, I'm happy to be a statistic in this case. Why? Well, because by the time I earned my 3rd college degree, I was married by the time I turned 37. to a beautiful chocolate man, as you can see. And I ain't saying I'm a gold digger, but hey, if you've gotten any value out of this video, please click the like button and subscribe. You can also click the bell in case you want to be notified whenever I post a new video. And if you like what you've heard, there's a lot more where this came from in my new book, He Who Finds a Wife, Biblical Principles for the Believing Woman Who Dates. It's available on Amazon, and I've included a link down in the description. And before you go, got a question for you. What do you think about this topic? Has this changed your opinion at all? I'd love to hear from you. We have an entire Facebook community at Savannah's Alabaster Box, and you can also find me on Instagram. Until then, live your truth, live your worth, live your best, and I'll check you next time when we see what's inside the Alabaster Box. Bye.